another awesome episode of Kids and Mom. My name is Eltee. On today's show, we're going to learn so much, we're going to have so much fun, and we're going to be happy at the end of the show. So what I want you to do right now is not to go anywhere. Do not change this channel, because we would be right back for more on Kids and Mom. Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Welcome back to the show. On today's show, we have a very amazing person. He's a teens coach and he's had years of experience coaching teenagers. His name is Opayemi Ogunyomi and everyone calls him Uncle Ope. Uncle Ope is a teens coach with over 7 years experience working, teaching, coaching and leading teenagers. He is a product of the University of Ilorin and the University of Lagos, where he bagged his Bachelor's of Science degree and his Master's degree respectively. Uncle Ope, you're welcome to Kids and Mom.
It's a pleasure being there.
All right. So what made you decide to work with teenagers?
All right, so my experience is growing up as a young person and seeing the outcome of my life and comparing it with my folks in class. I think after finishing NYC, I came back to my parents' place and I saw some of the guys that were in class together. They've turned out bad. So I realized that I'm what I am today, yes, by the grace of God, but by the input of certain individuals, adults, that were on my case. I would have turned out bad like them too. Should I not have those influences? So I took it up as a responsibility that every young person, every teenager especially, because that is the formative, for me, identity formation stage, they need an adult to guide them through that stage, else a lot of things will happen.
Okay, so what do you think parents should expect as their children approach the teenage years?
One of the first things is your child will start developing a sense of independence. So before, you always choose things for him, and this time around he or she just wants to do it in his own way.
Yeah.
So you should allow for that.
Okay.
Don't feel weird. What I think parents, the issue between parents and teenagers in this stage is parents have their expectation and they don't even prepare for the shock that awaits them in these teen years. So when teenagers come up with certain things, they are just bitter, they are confused. It's your expectations, that you just chill a bit, try to understand their world. So there's such a thing as teen culture.
Okay.
So they have their own language, they have their own system, they have all those things within themselves. So you should understand what is going on in their culture and try to bring in your own wisdom as a parent to now help them navigate that path. It can be a turbulence, and that is why you are there as a coach to now guide them through.
Okay, so based on your experience as a teens coach and as a teens leader, what would you say are the core reasons and factors why teenagers rebel?
Number one, teenagers rebel because of what they see in their house.
Okay.
I believe that we are functions of programming.
Okay.
All right. Garbage in, garbage out. All right. So, and behind every behavior, there is a motivation. So, for any action you see, there's an unseen force that is propelling that action. So, in psychology, we call it there's a reward, either positive reward or negative reward that will make you keep doing something. So for a rebellious act, there's actually an unseen force that is fueling the act. So you don't want to focus on the rebellious nature. You want to focus on what is motivating the rebellious nature.
Okay.
And like I said earlier on, it starts from the home.
Yeah.
Because you cannot do what you have not seen before. So probably a child wants to get his mother's attention, for instance, and mommy just yell, "I'm busy." All right. So the child will grow up to realize that, what mommy is doing right now is more important than myself. So whenever mom now needs my attention, mom should go spend time with that thing, either a phone or a meeting or a business. Right? So that forms some sort of rebellious act. So when you need your child to do certain things, he will also tell you that I have my own, just like you have your space, I have my space. I did not intrude into yours, don't intrude into my Parents see that as disrespectful, but you actually taught your child how to behave. Because children learn not from what you say, but from what they see you do, so they learn by imitating you. So parents need to be very sensitive as regards how they act in the house, how you interact with your children is very important, because they just speak things and they believe that, this is actually, it's subconscious. They just believe that, this is how I should respond to life. That is one. Number two, if there is no proper system in the house, also pick behaviors from, like I said, the things you do are from what you see. Somebody who grew up in Dubai, for instance, cannot wake up one morning and say, I want to eat a eba if you have never seen a eba before. Alright, so the behaviors that we exhibit are as a result of what we've seen in our environment. Alright, so they go to school, they mix with children from different backgrounds, different families, different economic status, and all of that. So it's easy for them to pick the behavior of people they spend more time with. So that is why, as a parent, while your child is approaching that teen adolescent stage, you must start, discussing with them on the importance of association, importance of friendship. Like I always tell my teenagers, if you spend the word friend, friend, the three letters that will end the word friend is N. So your friend will determine your end. So you need to be careful the kind of people you associate with, because there's such a thing as proximity. I just exhibit what I see you do, I just act it out.
Yeah.
Right? If you even want to do better academically, one of the easiest way to go about it is start moving with people that are doing well in school. You just, start exhibiting their attitude towards studies, and you get better academically. Same thing goes with, you want to be bad, you want to be rebellious, work with rebellious guys. It's written in the Holy Book that he that walk with the wise shall be wise, and the companion of fools shall be destroyed. So if you walk with rebellious people, you're going to be rebellious. If you walk with smart people, you're going to be smart.
Okay. All right. Wow, that's so beautiful. Absolutely. Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram.
My name is Olafemi. I'm 12 years old. I love to read literatures and storybooks. I would like to become a doctor so that I could help lives. For them not to be wayward and focus on their studies. My name is Olafemi. Thank you for watching Kids&Mum.
Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. So this brings me to my next question, because I was thinking about everything you said. And so I wanted to ask you, how can parents help the children to navigate through this era? Because it's an era, it has a beginning and it has an end. They will not be teenagers forever. How do you think parents can help their children to navigate this era? Also to help them to improve the relationships that exist between them as a parent to a child. So how can parents help their children to navigate the teenage era, and then how can they now work on their relationship and improve it?
So first thing first, you as a parent must know that adolescent stage is a turbulent stage. Your child has never been there before. In fact, studying the psychology of their growth and development, this is where, because of that rapid change, there are a lot of struggles going on. Right? So he has a whole lot of things to deal with. He's trying to understand himself, understand his personality and all of that. So a whole lot is going on in that. So as a parent, you need to embrace the struggle. Alright? You need to embrace the struggle. That's the first thing. The second thing that you need to do as a parent is, this is where your child needs you the most. But you cannot have access to your child if you are not, probably do a good job when he was much younger. So the preteen stage is like a build-up, a foundation to the teen stage. So spend time with your child when he's much younger, so that it won't look as if something strange is happening. So why suddenly do you want to spend time with me? Although if you didn't have the privilege to do that, it is not too late to start. Allow your child see the humanity side of you, that yes, I was wrong and I'm ready to make things right. One of the major issues teenagers have with their parents is they know the things you're dealing with, and they just want you to be humble enough to express your weakness to them. And do you know, if you do that, you kind of build a bridge, and they connect more with you than you trying to act all smart, all powerful. Daddy does not make mistakes. They know that you actually have your own struggles too. And because you have not showed them on how to be vulnerable and how to connect with people, they will also just lock up. Because they learn from what they see you do. This is how daddy does his thing, so this is how I should probably do it too, subconsciously. Alright, so you as a parent, whenever you make mistakes, be quick enough to just, I was wrong. In life, you make mistakes. So accept responsibility for it. While doing that, you're also teaching your child to accept responsibilities for action. So for every action, there are consequences.
Yeah.
So it's a whole lot of things that you have to master as a parent.
Okay. I mean, this has been very, very important. Now, in rare cases where the home is beautiful, the home is lovely, no issues, the parents are beautiful, but the children still rebel. What would you say can be the cause of having a very stable home but an unstable teenager?
Good. Like I always tell parents, if you think, my child, I don't have issues with my child, everything is peaceful, wake up, smell the coffee, keep breathing, because struggle is part of life. Alright, so the fact that you're not dealing with one yet, don't jubilate yet. In fact, it should be a pointer that you need to probably engage your child more. Probably there are certain things that somebody is not telling you. Alright, maybe in such homes, from my own experience, you've built a system of what I call rules and consequences that will just make people act drama. Alright, so daddy wants us to be home by 7 p.m, no TV, no this, no that. They just follow, they want peace too. And they are different thing entirely outside the house. So probably you as a parent, I don't think you should jubilate. I think you should probably spend more time with your child to be sure if your house is truly peaceful. So it's not just the face value, it's the real thing.
Exactly.
It's not just the artificial stuff you're looking at, but what is the real thing? What is going on with my child? So engage them. You won't know all of these things if you don't engage them in conversation.
That's true.
If you don't spend, I wouldn't know you if I don't spend time with you. Yes, I know President Muhammadu Buhari is the president of my country, but I don't know him the way his wife may know him, or even his wife may not know, or the vice president may not know him the way his wife may know him.
Yeah.
And the difference in those relationships is the quality of time you spend. So spend quality time. It may not have to be like every day, but when we get to see, we get to have real time, no matter how tough it is. Then another thing that teenagers complain about is that build that wall between them and their parents is there are some things my parents won't be comfortable talking about. Never give your child that impression. Alright, never give them that impression. You are the parent, they should be able to talk to you about anything and everything. Once your child have that, mindset that, there's some things my parent, because of their own value system. No, you've built that one, so they will now leverage on their peers, their friends. And that's a picture of the blind.
Yeah,
the blind.
Exactly.
Right? So be ready to talk about it. So you have to learn too. Learn about the current trend. There's same sex everywhere.
Yeah.
Let us smell the coffee. Your child is thinking about it too. You have probably seen it in a movie or hear it from someone. So even before your child brings that conversation, why not ask him questions like, what's your view? They may come up with nasty things, something very funny. All right, and that is why you should be mature.
Yeah,
Because you are the parent.
obviously.
So don't show to them that I'm shocked, but just bring in your wisdom. They have the information. You don't even have the information as they do. So bring in your wisdom. Let them know the implications of certain things, and everybody will be fine.
Wow. This is so exciting, and this is really informative, because a lot of parents do not realize the importance of having, the real conversations with their teenagers. They do not realize that they need to be as open and as transparent as possible. Thank you so much, Uncle Okpe, for coming to today's show. We had a great time speaking with you. Oh, wow. And we hope that you come again. We do have a little gift for you, though. Okay. So from everyone at Kids&Mum, we are gifting you this throw pillow.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much for coming. And like I said, we hope that you would grace us with your wisdom and your awesome presence again. I know, right? Okay, so please do not go anywhere. We are not done yet. We have more for you right here on Kids&Mum. We will be right back. Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram.
Welcome to another episode of Kids&Mum. My name is Amomi, also known as Stokes. And on today's episode, I want to share with you 5 skills that will make your child stand out. Let's go straight into it. So number 1, digital literacy. In this jet age that we are in right now, you can't do anything without understanding the use of computer. It keeps evolving and changing, especially right now where we have ChatGPT. It's very important that you allow your child to understand digital literacy. So simple things like computer programming, data analysis, even social media management, those are good skills that they can definitely learn that would help them to stand out, especially in this world that we're living in right now. Number 2, creativity. Yes, you heard me right, creativity. In this day and age, creativity will make your child stand out. You say how? The ability to generate new ideas, the ability to think outside of the box cannot be overemphasized. It will make your child stand out, trust me. And you say, how can this be done? It's a skill like creative thinking, for example, problem solving. They are skills that will definitely help them not only build themselves, but they will be an asset to any company or to any organization that they find themselves in. Number 3 is communication. There's someone who says communication. Exactly. Communication, be it written, be it verbal, it is very important that they learn the skill and the act of communication. What would that do for them? It will be able to help them to break down complex ideas. It will be able to make them to speak and relate to anybody on any level. And that is a key skill. And most importantly, they'll be able to work collaboratively. That's a big word, isn't it? But basically, they'll be able to work in teams together. They'll be a caring team player. So that is number 3, communication. Now, number 4 is emotional intelligence. I like this one, I tell you because it's the ability to be able to understand and manage your own emotion. In this world we are living, you can't control anybody. You can't control Mr. A or Mrs. B. So if a child, and your child is what I'm talking about, and my child, if they are able to learn how to manage their own emotion, imagine how the world will be. It will definitely be a better place, because it doesn't matter what Mrs. A or Mrs. B do, they are emotionally intelligent enough to deal with it and handle it with grace and with poise and move on to the next level. The benefit of this is they'll be able to empathize with people, they'll be able to build better and positive relationship, and more than ever, they'll be able to own their own emotion. Now, number 5, which is one of my favorite skills as well that would help your child stand out, is adaptability and resilience. Learning this skill would help them to bounce back regardless of what life throws at them. And so those are my 5 life skills that I believe would help you and help your child to stand out anywhere they are. So I'll give you a quick recap. So number 1 is digital literacy, number 2 is creativity, number 3 is communication, number 4 is emotional intelligence, and number 5 is adaptability and resilience. I hope you find this very, very useful. Remember, you can check out more amazing episodes on our YouTube channel, which is Eltee TV. And as always, I want to know your feedback. Which of these life skills would you be practicing at home? Take care and see you on another episode.
Drop your comments and questions on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. Wow, we've come to the end of another episode of Kids&Mum. It was beautiful, wasn't it? The things we learned, the tips we had, the information that was shared, absolutely beautiful. So until we'll come your way again next time, from me and every one of us here at the Kids&Mum studio, we say God bless and bye for now.